Hi everyone. Are you surprised to see me? I'm surprised to make it. I was like, almost came on a little early because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to hit 12 o'clock again, but I'm telling you, work has been keeping me busy, so I am really happy to be here with you today for Cards and Coffee. Now today is not going to be our usual Cards and Coffee because here on Cards and Coffee, we try to do cards that we can do in 15 minutes or less on our lunch hour. This one is a little bit more involved, but I wanted to share this beautiful set with you, the Birthday Piggy. And the reason I wanted to share this with you is one, I had colored this Piggy like 2 weeks ago and had this card idea all in my head and finally got a chance to put it together. Two, there is this promotion on right now called Perfect Partners. And I gotta make sure you can see it because I'm not sure where my camera is. Perfect Partners, where they have come out with some coordinating die set for a number of stamp sets that are in the catalog that don't have dies. So they don't have dies in the catalog, but they've created them for this promotion until the end of September. So we're obviously running out of time. And I wanted to share this with you. So some of the sets are Apple Blossoms, or the Apple Harvest Bundle, they're calling it, and the Fresh Cut Flowers Bundle. So this one I have also, and I can share a card with you on that one there. And then the Birthday Piggy, which is what we're going to use today. It's so cute. You're going to love it. Tree trimmings dies that go with the tree trimming the tree bundle. So this is a Christmas set that's in the catalog. So if you're looking for a great Christmas set, this one now comes in a bundle. This one I keep my eye on. It has all these stars and bows, these different scallops for trimming your tree, and of course some labels, which I love when sets come with labels for your sentiments and stuff. It makes all the difference. It's just making your cards beautiful. So anyways, that's a really nice one, the Trimming the Tree bundle. The Waterfall Canyon bundle. So this is more of one if you like to make scenes. This is a great one for you. It has mountains, waterfalls, hills, trees, grass, bridges, all sorts of that beautiful things, flowers, etc. So that one is great for scene making. And then we've got Yeti to Party. So you know how long it took me to understand the what's the pun that they're using here, Yeti to Party? It took me forever, but you know, anyways, hopefully you're a little faster than me. But this is a cute little winter one as well for doing birthday cards. But today we're gonna do the Little Piggy. So anyways, you can find out more about the Perfect Partners over on my blog at www.sarahlynstamps.com. And you can check out all of these coordinating stamp sets and their dies until the end of the month. Of course, the stamp sets are still available in our catalogs, but if you have a die cut machine and would like to use it, this is a great time to get some extra dies for the sets that you may have bought that didn't have dies, etc. Or that you didn't look at because they didn't come with dies. Now they have them as a bundled deal, so you can look at those. Okay, so the Birthday Piggy. This guy is so adorable, and I plan to share some interactive cards with this one. I think that's going to be so cute to do, like, you know, a pull tab where your car scoots across the card as you're going with this cute little piggy. And the dies, of course, are just extra fun. So we'll try and get that out to you here right away. But today we're going to use this adorable little happy piggy. Like, doesn't she just, and I say she, I don't know why, but she just looks content here in her little mud bath with her flowers. So we're going to do that today. But like I said, this card has a few extra steps. Let me show you the dies that this comes with, because as always, Stampin' Up! Has not only dies to cut out the images in the stamp sets, which are these pigs here, but they have all these extra things, which is what makes the dies so special. So we've got a wagon, we've got some grass, which we're going to use today, and some flowers. These are the pieces, the wheels and the handle for the wagon. We've got a bird, a gift basket, some leaves here, a bow. This is for cutting out the butterfly, which is one of the stamps. This is for some little confetti, I guess. Actually, this cuts out the confetti for the back of, at the back of the balloon. This is all attached here. This, is it attached? No, it's not attached. So that's a separate little confetti one there for cutting out the confetti. And a handkerchief for around the pig's neck. Anyways, lots and lots of, here's a little banner, a birthday banner. Lots of things on here that you can build your stamp set with to make beautiful looking cards. And we're going to use a number of these today, which is why it's not your typical 15-minute card, is because when we start playing with dies, we always end up taking a little bit longer because it just takes time to cut things out. So I've got here my cute little sleepy piggy, and that just looks so content. And we are going to color her today with some Stampin' blends. So the colors of Stampin' blends that I have to color with today are Petal Pink, So Saffron, and Flirty Flamingo, and Pool Party. Now, Pool Party I always use kind of to go around my images, which you know if you've been following me on my page for some time. And that's just going to lift our image up off the page. It kind of creates sort of a shadow so it doesn't look so one-dimensional. Anyway, so what we're going to start with today is I'm going to actually start with my light Petal Pink. And I'm going to color with the brush tip today because we've got such kind of just one large space that we're going to color with one color. We can go ahead and just cover as much as we can as quickly as we can. And also because, you know, we're on cards and coffee. Now, one thing I did learn on my last one is I had stamped my pig on the back of the card and it didn't turn out exactly. I didn't get a good stamped image, so I flipped over my paper and re-stamped it and then colored it with my blends. Now, what I didn't realize is that when you do that, because the blends soak into your paper, you're actually going to pull that ink through your paper. So some of the black that I had colored came through the paper to the front. So then it just kind of looked a little bit muddy. So note to self, you cannot reuse your paper when you're coloring with Stampin' blends. Now that I've colored with the light, I'm going to go into the parts that I want a little bit of extra dark. And I'm literally with my brush tip just going through. I'm not doing anything really spectacular today. I'm just adding a little bit of dark, kind of where I think there might be some shadows, like right along the mud here, underneath of his belly. There's going to be, now I'm saying him. Anyways, him or her, it really doesn't matter. And I'm just adding a little bit. Now I'm going to go back over this because you can keep layering the color till you get it as dark as you want. And you'll notice that as your Stampin' blends dry, it really does lighten. So you're going to want to kind of add a little bit of color in here. By putting it around the edges, we're just kind of making him appear round. So I've added that in there. Now the So Saffron, I'm just going to take my bullet tip and color in my flowers here. Really, you could do this with markers or whatever you have. You wouldn't have to use the blends, but because these areas are so small, you almost can't add any color definition, but we are going to go ahead and add a little bit of the darker right towards the middle of the flower, and you can see a difference. I'm not sure how much of a difference you can catch in the camera or not, but there is a little bit of a difference. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to color the green parts of the leaves or the underneath part where we have the mud. I'm not going to go ahead and do that today. But with our Pool Party, we're going to go around the edge of our pig just to, like I said, add some of that lift off our page. So this is the light Pool Party. I wanted to make sure because it's going on darker than I thought it would. But it is the light. And remember, when it dries, it's going to look lighter. So, and I'm just going around really roughly. Like there's really you don't have to be that careful with this. Again, because this is just going to create a little bit of shadow behind our image that's going to pop it off the page a little bit. So we're going in like this. See how fast that little piggy came together? Like that was simple to color him. So it's just a couple of colors. We've got our pig colored here with our Stampin' blends. And again, I'm not going to go ahead and color the bottom part because we're going to kind of tuck him in underneath of the grass. So I've already cut one out, but what you're going to do is take your pig die like this, and this will fit on either the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or the mini machine. And we're going to put this through our die cutting machine. But like I said, to save us some time, I've already gone ahead and done the die cutting for us today. So I'm going to set that aside. And here's my pig that I had die cut out. I also die cut out a strip of grass. Now this grass here, it doesn't cut, the die doesn't cut along the bottom. So when you put it, you can put it on any strip of paper. And I want to say it's about 4¼ inches when I, yeah, 4¼ inches, because it goes straight across the width of the card, of a regular vertical card, or portrait card, I guess you would call it. So I cut the bottom to follow the die, but you could literally put it on a thick strip and then have grass at the top. So any width that you want, you can cut the die out. So I've cut that out for us. I've also cut out a number of different flowers in So Saffron, and this is in the new polished pink, the in color of the polished pink. And so yeah, I've done a few steps ahead. I've also cut out a circle for us, and you'll see why. And we've got the rest of our cards here. I'll show you the sentiment part in a minute. So I have a thick piece of white. And one thing I didn't mention is that I like to use the thick white also when I am coloring with the dimensionals, because it does go right into the fibers of the paper. If you use the thin, it just really kind of, you'll see it soaks in quite fast, and it's not quite as nice. It doesn't allow you to add as much color to your cardstock before it starts to bleed when you use the basic white cardstock. So the thick is really nice for that. So as an additional layer to our card, I have also cut out, I love this color. I'm not sure why this is kind of a new color that I've started to pull out this summer and fall, and I love it. This is the soft seafoam, sorry, the soft seafoam green, and it's just beautiful. And I have run this through with the Stitch Greenery die. Now, I did want to mention this because this looks like, because it's one big sheet, it looks like it should be an embossing folder. And as you know, your instructions for your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine have different instructions for embossing folders and dies. So make sure that you understand this one is a die, and you need to use it with your with those two clear plates, not with the dark gray one that you use for your die sets, or with your embossing folders. Otherwise it's not going to go through your machine properly. So what this die does is it does cut. It cuts in all these little dotted lines in here in this pattern of greenery, and it's so beautiful. It really makes a gorgeous background for almost any card, any floral card, but in this case we're doing this cute little piggy that's out in the grass. So it's really just lovely. Anyways, I am going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive here to the back of my cardstock. And again, if you can see the glue, you've got enough. We're going to stick that on just like so. And now we're going to start putting our little focal point together. So the reason I have this white one is just so that it can kind of help our pig stand out here on our card. As you see, if I put the white pig on the white, he's not really going to stand out. So you could stamp him right here onto this circle if you wanted to. I chose to die cut him out just to give him a little bit of interest here on the card front. I was looking for, I'm like, where's my sample card? But I forgot, I didn't actually make a sample card. I put it together on my desktop, but I didn't actually put the card together, if that makes any sense. So, okay. Anyways, we're going to put this circle on here, just right here. And it really doesn't matter which direction you put it on. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my pig that we colored and die cut out with some dimensionals. So we'll just flip them over, and you can see how I had stamped here on the back, like I had mentioned on my first one. All right. You know what? One thing I don't have in my craft room, and this is a really, really silly thing. I do not have a garbage can. Like, I literally, this is why my desk gets so messy, because I put my garbage on my desktop and go, I'll pick it up later. And well, you know how that goes, right? Anyways, I'm just going to put my pig right there with some dimensionals. And then I'm going to take some grass, and I just want to see how I'm going to have to put this on with some dimensionals, but I'm going to put some glue right here at the bottom of my pig because that's where he's going to sit. And then I've got some mini dimensionals over here somewhere. I had mini dimensionals over here. There they are. And I'm going to have to put some just on this far end here because it's not going to lay flat. Since my pig is raised up and my grass is going to be on top of my pig, this side needs some dimensionals over here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put our pig on like this, or our grass, sorry. And we're just going to give that a second to dry. So I've got my little pig tucked in into the grass because I just feel like that would be his happy place. And that's what this card is all about, is about the happy place. So again, I'm going to use some of these flowers, not all of them, and I'm just taking them and kind of rounding up the edges, the petals of the flowers a little bit to give it a little bit of 3D pop off the pageness. Is that English? We're going to call it the pop off the pageness. Okay, so I'm just going ahead and doing that with these while I think about what exactly I'm going to put my sentiment on first. And so I've gone ahead and embossed this onto the Orchid Oasis paper, and this gorgeous label is one of the dies in this Piggy set. It fits with all of the different sayings on here. You've got, it's your birthday, hope it's the best, thinking of you, enjoy the ride. This little piggy says happy birthday. This is the one we're using today. Go to your happy place and stay there all day. I just think this adorable little pig here is the cutest. Just sitting away, enjoying their day, living the best life. So we're going to stick this one right underneath of here, our embossed label. And I'm going to use big and one of these because, I mean, you could use your minis, but we don't got time for that. We're just going to use our big ones here. Now, if you didn't know, our black dimensionals actually come with minis and full size in the same package. So if you're looking to get a really good bargain, that's a great way to do it. Is just to go ahead and buy the black dimensionals, because unless you've got a fully white card, black dimensionals are going to work perfectly for you. You're not going to see them underneath anyways. So okay, so let's go ahead and add some flowers on here. And the reason I want to put this on first is because I wanted to put this little flower here. And I might have to stick it on with a dimensional now that I've got glue on it. But I don't think it's going to stick to the label. Okay, note to self, glue and does not stick to your dimensionals. Okay, we might have to give this a second to sit on here. But I'm going to put this one on here, kind of right off the corner of the label. Okay, we did this all wrong, people. Take that off of there. Okay, now let's try again. We're going to stick that one right there. And I am going to use these mini dimensionals on a couple more flowers here. So, isn't this cute though? Like, it's pretty easy. It's not a lot, other than a little bit of die cutting is adding some time to our card today. But it's really not a ton of work. So, and we're going to put, I'm just going to set this here. I might move it, so I'm not going to push it down too hard. And then we're going to add a little yellow one on. So I've got two little flowers and a big flower. And I think that I'm going to just stick this right out here. I haven't quite decided how I want these, but I think I'm going to go like this. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to save some of these extra flowers that I cut out for another project. So when I am die cutting, I like to just punch out a whole bunch so that I have extras. And then next time I don't have to pull out my die cutting machine. I've got all these little extra embellishments to add to my cards that I've already cut out. And they're just sitting there ready to be used. So of course we need a little bling. If you've seen these flowers, you can see right in the middle of them, they've got these little circles. And I'm telling you, I pretty much think that says you have to put bling on there. I mean, you wouldn't have to, but I'm going to use that as an excuse. But I hadn't quite decided what I should use, so I don't know what you guys think. I was wondering about keeping it all matte and putting the white pearls in the middle. Or actually, I was going to use the vanilla so it would kind of pop against the white. Or do we like want to go bling bling? The other ones I had pulled out as an option would be the 2021-2023 in color opal rounds. But I mean, they've got a little bit of color, but they're not like really in your face. But maybe we have enough color. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use the vanilla ones, I think, today. Obviously, I haven't used them very much. So today is the day. So with my Take a Pick tool, I just give it a little bit of a push at the bottom of the embellishment with my putty end and pick it up and stick those onto the card. What do you think? Are you sold on the little piggy? Like, isn't she or he just adorable? Now, I don't think my daughter's going to watch this. I make this card for my daughter, actually. She has gone off to college and I dropped her off. And so I wanted to send her a little care package, I guess, for her. And you know, it's the beginning of school. Sometimes they're a little anxious or a little nervous about how things are going. So I thought this was so appropriate. Go to your happy place and stay there all day. So what a nice, encouraging card for someone to receive in the mail. So please let me know if you enjoyed this card. Share it on your page with your friends and your family, or send it to someone who might enjoy watching this card session with you. And enjoy Stamping with the Piggies. If you need any help looking for some of these perfect partner sets, by all means, just reach out. I'd be happy to help you with that if you have any questions at all. You can direct message me or find me again on my blog. I did want to mention this upcoming class that I have here in Medicine Hat. This is an in-person class, Cards, Coffee, and Christmas Cheer. I'm quite excited about this class. It's Friday, October 21st, starting at 7 o'clock at Cafe Verve here in Medicine Hat. And this class is filling up fast. Miraculously fast, like just so fast. So if you're wanting to grab a seat, make sure you do that, because there is limited seating in the cafe, of course. So again, you can register at www.sarahlynstamps.com. If you have any problems or questions, just message me at any time and I would love to chat with you. So happy stamping. Go out there and please go to your happy place and stay there all day. Have a lot of fun. Happy stamping. Bye.